Day 3 has come, and with camp tore down and bikes all loaded up, a few of us from the group I've been riding with make our way for a nice provided breakfast at the Irma Hotel. Just left the Irma Motel, had a pretty good breakfast. They had a nice little breakfast buffet set up for us. You know, it is the start of day 3. We're headed from Cody up into Yellowstone and then down into Coulter Bay. Yesterday was fucking incredible. It was a very technical route, and I couldn't be any more happier than the way that I handled everything. You know, being from Michigan, we don't really have a whole lot of windy roads, but going up and down the mountains, it was incredible. Really beautiful scenery as well, so I'm really enjoying myself out here. But yeah, like I said, this is day 3, heading over to the riders meeting right now, and I'm living. L-I-V-I-N, living. We did Chief Joseph Highway yesterday after we got our camp all set up. That was absolutely freaking incredible as well. We don't have this stuff back at home. If you guys are ever considering, should I get a bike? You absolutely should. Like, why wouldn't you want to do this? Like, even just being a part of this group of people that I'm with, it's just one big family. Bunch of cool dudes doing cool shit. So go ahead, go out, get yourself a bike. I didn't know that it would have to take me getting on 2 wheels to getting out and seeing what this beautiful country has to offer. But I gotta run inside, grab some chapstick because my lips are freaking chapped. They've been the last few days, and probably get something else to drink too. Leaving Cody this morning, the mountain's still holding on to the last of the night. I don't know exactly what this ride will teach me, but I know it's going to say something worth hearing. Out here, the world feels bigger, and somehow, so do the thoughts you've been carrying. Rolling towards Yellowstone, the land starts to change its tone. Rivers carving their stories into stone, and suddenly you realize this place was here long before us, and it'll be here long after we're gone. Sometimes I think that's why we ride, not to feel bigger, but to remember how small we are, and how that's not such a bad thing. Every bend in the road feels like a promise, not of something loud or flashy, but of something real. Quiet moments you don't post, but you carry with you long after the trip is over. And then the Tetons rise up, sharp, bold, impossible to ignore, like the earth decided to reach for the sky and never look back. I don't feel like I conquered anything. I feel like I was welcome. Like the mountains let me pass through their story for just a little while. From Cody through Yellowstone and here at the feet of the Tetons, this wasn't just a ride between places. It was a reminder that the road still has magic, that freedom still sounds like wind and open throttle, and that sometimes the best way to find yourself is to keep riding until everything else falls quiet. Wyoming didn't say goodbye. It just opened up and let me ride. Wide skies, long shadows, and a road that felt like it could carry anything I left on it. 1,500 miles to go, not to escape, but return. Out here, the wind does most of the talking. It reminds you that motion is honest and stillness is something you earn later. Nebraska came quiet and steady, miles that don't ask for much, just patience and fuel and the will to keep rolling. Time stretches out here, and somewhere between one horizon and the next, your thoughts start riding beside you. In Iowa, the road stayed straight and my mind wandered, not chasing anything, just sorting through moments, old conversations, future plans, the kind of thinking that only shows up when there's nothing else demanding your attention. Illinois brought traffic and tempo. The world speeding up again, like it was reminding me that the ride isn't just scenery. It's real life waiting on the other end, responsibilities, people who matter, a place that knows my name. Indiana felt like the bridge between who I was out there and who I'd be when I rolled back in. The miles weren't empty anymore, they were counting down. And then, Michigan, different air, familiar skies. The kind of welcome you don't hear, but you feel in your chest when the road finally softens. Funny thing about long rides, they don't just take you across states, they carry you through versions of yourself. The one who left, the one who learned, and then the one who comes home a little quieter, but a lot more grounded.